We are talking about more fantastic weather in this WTOL 11 weather forecast. Blue skies, sunny conditions. It's just what we have on repeat for the week. You'll see it's a fantastic day here in Levis Commons, whether you're going for lunch, going shop to shop. Everybody, though, trying to get out and about and enjoy the nice weather. Well, we have it in our forecast. Already, we have 70s, and we are one of the warmer spots, us in Toronto at 72 degrees. Of course, along the East Coast, we're popping some 70s there as well, but our friends in Pittsburgh and Cincinnati are still a little bit behind in those 60s, even warmer than our friends in Nashville and Memphis and even Tulsa, Oklahoma. So we will take some of these more mild temperatures while we have it, because these 70s and 80s, they're not going to last in that 10-day forecast. But we're also not alone as far as seeing the heat, and we will continue to see some more of these warmer colors on this map as we head through the later half of this work week. Now, looking at wind speeds, I'm eyeing those today because those are going to be in the driver's seat as far as bringing some of those temperatures up. You're going to find it's a bit blustery for your Wednesday. Wind speeds, though they'll be out of the west-southwest, we will find that they're around 10 to even 15 miles per hour, but it's the wind gusts on top of it that are going to be around 25 to 30 miles per hour. So we'll see that here this afternoon, a bit breezy, but it won't be bad considering we have such a mild day ahead of us. Now, if you're going, though, to enjoy a little bit of this weather, maybe downtown is where you want to hang out. We have, thankfully and perfectly timed, the Mud Hens in town. Great homestand. You're going to find, if you're going to the game for tonight, we'll have that first pitch, which is going to be around 6:30 this evening. 80 degrees at first pitch. We'll still have that sun, but it will be breezy. The one thing to note, though, is with those west to southwest winds, those are going to be riding over the concourse. So they'll actually help the home run ball as we're going to be, well, shooting out into the distance there. It thankfully won't be coming in to Fifth Third Field. So some good news there. As we step into Thursday's matchup, you're going to find 81 by first pitch. Still talking about the dry weather and, of course, warm conditions with the 80s. And why not keep 80s in then for Friday? We don't want to leave that one left out. So for that showdown, it'll be very mild. Still holding on to the dry conditions, but maybe a little more cloud cover starting to move in, because I am talking about our next chance of rain in the forecast, and that's going to time out for the weekend. But before we get there, let's enjoy the 80s while we have them, because we still have a good stretch here of these 80s. It'll be here for the rest of the work week, and even on Saturday, we are still eyeing that heat. But here we go on Sunday. We're going to find 59. Now, we could have a pretty mild start, but as we go through the day, you're going to find cooler conditions because we are going to be looking at a cold front approaching. So that's why Monday, we're just barely holding on to the 50s. And it looks like we do start to climb. But next week looks a little bit more like an April reality check. If anything, we're going to be below average to start out next week. And then when we have those 60s on Thursday and Friday, that's getting us a little bit closer to where we normally should be for the later half of April. But even for today, when we're eyeing 80 degrees, the last time we saw the 80 on the thermometer, of course, was, well, last year. It was back on the last day of summer, September 21st. Now, typically in April, we are no strangers to 80s, but on average, we typically see that 80-degree day break around April 27th, so a little bit later in the month. So seeing it just almost 2 weeks ahead of time this year. That is if we can make it, but I anticipate with the sun, the southwest winds, we are going to be looking at some summer heat in the forecast for the next couple of days. So some major spring warmth. Now, average highs, those should be around 60 degrees. So when we're talking 80s, we are definitely going overboard as far as the heat for this April forecast. But the lows then are no slouch. So this morning in the Toledo area at the airport, registering 59. That's where we started out this morning. You don't even need your coats. You don't hardly even need a sweatshirt stepping out the door when we have that kind of a start. We should normally be just around 40 degrees when we step outside waiting at the bus, but with higher temperatures in the afternoon, you're going to find that those lows have to keep up. Now, we're only forecasting 80 degrees for the high today, and 85 is the record. So maybe we can get there. It's a lot of work, a lot of distance between that record and that forecasted high. But back in 1977 is when we placed that 85-degree day in the books. And as far as the lows, too chilly. We're going to enjoy the warm weather while we have it. Now, our sunrise, that was right at 7 o'clock. And your sunset, if you're out there really enjoying all the heat for every minute of it, you can plan on that sun to just set in the sky at 8:12 p.m. Now, we've been talking a lot about the nice weather, and I know we're all going to want to hit the brakes and just enjoy it while we have it. But I know a lot of you have been chattering about when will we see our next rain chance? Is it late this week? Is it over the weekend? Well, we are watching a storm to bring us rain for the weekend. So that's when we will start to see it this weekend, the rain returning. You will find this low pressure system Saturday morning well off towards our south, but we are going to have a warm front associated with it, bringing us the chance for a few scattered showers on your Saturday. But as we go into Sunday, that's when the front itself starts to pass on by. We'll have a lot of rainfall leading up to it, so you can even see here at 5 o'clock, we're seeing that frontal passage, and then that's going to change up our forecast and bring us back to reality as far as, well, one, the April showers, but then two, the April temperatures that are going to be behind the front. So we are going to be eyeing this weekend as far as some rain chances. Of course, the timing of this will hone in on that as it gets a little bit closer. So eyeing, though, the weekend itself, still going to have the mild conditions on Saturday. And with the rain chance, I'm eyeing the potential for a couple of rumbles of thunder in our showers. So just keep that in mind, not eyeing severe weather though. And as we go into Sunday, of course, we'll have the rain showers ahead of that cold front, and it'll be breezy as that low pressure system. It is going to tighten up a little bit, and that, well, will allow some windy conditions. And then we will also find that those temperatures, no more 80s on there. They're going to be falling into the 50s during the day. So of course, keep an eye on that 10-day temperature trend as we're up and down, and that's going to be kind of the pattern to get us through the later half of April. But then also eye the rain chances. Of course, it's pretty clean on radar, but when we have the rain here for the weekend, you're going to want to have a radar source, of course, right at the palm of your hand. So have the WTOL 11 weather app for many reasons. Rain, temperatures, you name it. Every tool that you would need weather-wise is on that free app. Now, looking at the next 7 days, you're going to find here the dry weather in the 80s. Picture perfect. So maybe we can hit the brakes on Friday, but we always want to see the weekend. So we are eyeing the rain chances for your Saturday and Sunday. That temperature drop also going to happen over the weekend. And even a little bit of rain does linger into Monday when we just find those highs into the lower 50s. Now, as those temperatures start to rebound, you'll see that we do have some dry and some sunny days still to come next week. We will see some April showers yet holding on in the forecast. Of course, if you're getting that pot of flowers here this week while it's warm, keep an eye on some of those lows. We just drop into the mid 30s, but then you'll need that natural rain to kind of keep them perked up as well. Of course, so as far as frost and freeze, we'll always keep an update on that as it starts to enter planting season. So make sure you stay updated with the WTOL 11 weather team here on WTOL 11 Plus, but also on the WTOL 11 weather app.